Hey everyone, and welcome to our early communication quiz. Think you know how people shared ideas before, smartphones and the internet? Well, let's put that to the test. So, we're calling this our Time Traveler's Communication Challenge. And the rules couldn't be simpler. I'm going to ask a question, you get 5 seconds to think, and then bam, I'll reveal the answer. You ready? Let's get this journey started. All right, first up, let's get down to the fundamentals in our first section, communication basics. You can think of these as the absolute building blocks for everything we're going to talk about today. Okay, let's start with a big one. What exactly is communication? Like, what does it really mean? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it, starting now. And the answer is the exchange of information. That's it. It's just how we share our thoughts, our ideas, our feelings with each other. It's pretty much the foundation of how we all connect as human beings. All right, let's jump in our time machine and go way, way back. Before anyone even invented writing, how did people get their ideas across? Can you name 4 different ways? You've got 5 seconds. Time is up. If you said talking, dancing, singing, and storytelling, you got it. It just proves how incredibly creative early humans were, right? They used their voices, their bodies, their imaginations, everything they had to share their culture. Okay, let's come back to the present day. Just think about your life right now. How do we communicate without saying a single word? 5 seconds on the clock. So, how'd you do? We use sounds, pictures, signs, dance, song, and of course, body language. What's so amazing is that a lot of these modern ways of communicating are actually ancient. We're still using them every single day. Fantastic job on that first round. Now, for our second section, we're going to zoom in and put a spotlight on the San people of Southern Africa, one of the oldest and most fascinating cultures on Earth. Okay, here's your first question about the San. They had a really clever way of showing which family group a person belonged to using something they wore. What was it? You've got 5 seconds. They used shell necklaces. How cool is that? It's a perfect example of how objects can send a message. These necklaces were basically like a personal ID card, telling anyone who saw them who you were and where you came from. This is a really interesting one. The official motto of South Africa actually comes from the San language, which has these unique click sounds. So what does the phrase "ki aki zaral zelo ka" mean? It's a really beautiful idea. You have 5 seconds. It means diverse people unite. Just wow. What a powerful and timeless message about everyone coming together. A gift to the modern world from such an ancient language. The San people have incredibly rich spiritual traditions. So, what is the name of their creator god, the one who made all things? 5 seconds, go for it. And the answer is Kagan. Kagan is a really central figure in San stories and beliefs. He often shows up as a praying mantis and is known for being both a creator and sometimes a bit of a trickster. Okay, so if you wanted to communicate with powerful spirits like Kagan, the shaman would perform a very special dance. What was this ritual called? You got 5 seconds. It's called the dream dance, or sometimes the trance dance. And this was definitely not just for fun. It was a super powerful ritual. Shamans use this dance to travel to the spirit world to heal people or ask for important things like rain. You are doing an awesome job. Let's head into our final section, sending long-distance messages. How on earth did people do that before we had the internet? Let's dive in. Okay, picture this. You're on a hill and your friend is on another hill miles away. What could you use, either with smoke or with sound, to send them a message? Think about it for 5 seconds. You got it. Smoke signals and drums. You could see smoke signals for miles, with different puffs and patterns meaning different things. And the boom of a drum could travel through forests and valleys, carrying messages from one village to the next. So clever. All right, here it is, our final question of the challenge. The ancient Greeks had a super smart way of sending coded messages using light. What object did they use to do it? 5 seconds on the clock, go. That's right, they used mirrors to reflect the sun. I mean, how brilliant is that? They'd angle a polished shield or mirror to flash sunlight in a code, kind of like an early Morse code, to talk across battlefields or between ships. And with that, challenge complete. You did it! Whether you got every single one right or just learned something cool, you are officially an expert on early communication. Seriously, Well done.
So, our journey has taken us from drums and mirrors all the way to the very screen you're looking at right now. Which leaves us with one last big question to think about. What do you think the next great communication tool will be? What comes after the internet? Thanks so much for joining our challenge.